Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Animal Form and Function 2, Lecture 23, Reproduction and Development. Today we will discuss about examples of reproduction among various vertebrate classes. Almost all vertebrates reproduce through sexually, but some, like lizards and fishes, normally reproduce parthenogenetically. If male is present, then they will reproduce through sexual intercourse, and if male is not available, then female will reproduce parthenogenetically just to survive the number of species. If male then again come, then they will again start sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction evolved among aquatic animals that spread to the land, and animals became terrestrial. Here you can see a crocodile having parthenogenetic reproduction and crocodile having the sexual reproduction. Basically, these are the result of parthenogenesis and parthenogenetic animal, sexually reproduction and sexual animal. Fishes. All fishes reproduce in aquatic environment as they live in the aquatic environment. So, bony fishes, they have external fertilization and they release a lot of eggs that contain a lot of yolk. The developing fish will consume this yolk and will grow. After that, they will start finding its food. After this yolk is consumed, the growing fish must seek food. Here you can see a fish having a lot of eggs with lot of yolk. So that yolk will be consumed by the developing fish. Now the fish clutch size. Many thousands of eggs are produced, fertilized, but very few survive grow to maturity. Here you can see fish embryos. Now the reproductive success. So fish reproduce lot of eggs, and some eggs are succumb to fungal attack. Fungi will destroy the eggs. Some will be attacked by the bacterial infections or siltation. Siltation is basically the mud present in the river water. If water is very muddy, then मट्टी बैठ जाएगी नीचे और एग्स को कवर कर लेगी, जिसकी वजह से डेवलपमेंट ख़त्म हो जाएगी. या प्रिडेशन, some other animals will predate the eggs or developing fish, that will reduce the number. Assure reproductive success, that fertilized eggs develop rapidly and young one achieve maturity within a short time. जो young ones होंगे वो जल्दी जल्दी अपनी maturity increase कर लेंगे. Siltation, that is, silt clogs the gills of filter feeders and increase the risk of small aquatic animals being eaten by the predators. That's why developing fish will be eaten by the predator, and silt can cover the healthy eggs of fish, and if the eggs are covered, they cannot get oxygen to grow, so they die off. Amphibians. The vertebrate invasion of land facing for the first time have the danger of desiccation or the drying out. Tiny gametes vulnerable could not simply be released on the land. So amphibians have water relationship. Gametes quickly desiccate on the land, and first vertebrate to invade the land must have some strategies. Amphibians have no strategies like this. Amphibian's egg, that is similar in structure to fish egg, no hard shell or membrane cover. Gelatinous covering is there that is permeable to gases and liquids and usually laid in water or moist places that is prone to drying out. External or internal fertilization is there. So you can see the eggs or the jelly layer, and blue poison dot frogs are lying near each other. Then adaptations for reproduction. They have not become adapted to a completely terrestrial environment. The life cycle is still inextricably linked to water, and fertilization is still external as fishes. They use water for their reproduction. Among the frogs and the toads, the male grabs the female, then discharge fluids that contain sperms onto the eggs. Eggs are released by the female when male grabs the female, and then these sperms will be sprinkled over the eggs when she releases into water. Developmental period. The developmental period is longer in amphibians than fishes, and their eggs do not contain appropriate or more yolk. An evolutionary adaptation present in amphibians is presence of two periods of development, that is larval stage and adult stage. So fishes don't have the larva, they have miniature adult. But in case of amphibians, they have larval phase, they have adult phases. Here you can see the lot of amphibians eggs and developing inside black. Developmental transition. The aquatic larval stage that develops rapidly. Animal spends much time in eating, growing, and reaching a sufficient size. The larval form undergoes developmental transition, that is metamorphosis, and convert into adult, often terrestrial form like frog. Here you can see a form, that is larval form. Then this larval form will convert into adult like animal. Just consider there is no prominent leg, but there is a tail in the A fish, and in case of B there are 4 limbs, and finally tail will regress into adult. In case of A neurons. Reptiles. Reptiles were the first group of vertebrates to completely abandon the aquatic habitats because of adaptations, that is, permitted sexual reproduction on the land. A crucial development adaptation first time found in reptile is internal fertilization that protects the gamete from drying out and freeing the animals from returning to the water to breed. Here you can see the developing animal is going outside in the terrestrial or land environment. They don't need water. Reptilian eggs. Reptiles are oviparous. Eggs are deposited outside the body of the female. They may be ovoviviparous. From eggs that hatch in the body of the female, young are born alive. It means they will lay eggs inside the body and then the young one will be born. They have the shelled eggs, extraembryonic membranes, and this all structure first seen in the reptiles. That is evolutionary adaptations to life on the land. Here you can see reptile along with eggs. or a python along with eggs, protecting his eggs, her eggs. Extra embryonic membranes. Basically, reptilian egg is amniotic egg. So these adaptations allowed reptiles to lay eggs in dry places without danger of desiccation. As the embryo develops, extraembryonic membranes, chorion, amnion, allantois, yolk sac produce. So amnion helps to protect the fluid-filled sac for embryo. Allantois permit gas exchange and store excretory products, nitrogenous waste, and complete development can occur within the eggshell. Here you can see embryo, leathery skin, yolk sac, chorion is there, allantois, amnion, extraembryonic membranes. Parental care. When the animal hatches, develop to the point, can survive on its own with some parental care. Basically, reptiles hatch the eggs into terrestrial environment, then they will protect their young ones by some parental care. They may form the nest, they may look after their young ones, as this crocodile having nest and their eggs are going to hatch out. So this crocodile will take care of these young ones until their independence. Thanks.